First, I would say that things we're focused on are the things that matter to every American, because it touches every American. And if we get those right, then we've got an opportunity to improve every American life. That's our mission: improve every American life, bring out the best of America. But the biggest thing that eats into everybody right now is inflation, and that actually sometimes actually gets me very, I'd say, angry, upset, because it's not just stealing money out of everybody's paycheck right now. But if you're a hardworking family and you said, "Hey, I'm going to save a little bit my whole life, and I've got X amount of savings away," well, then in the last 2.5 years, average family is paying almost 30% more for some of their basic goods. The average. So inflation is an enemy of everybody, and we have to figure out a way to get that stopped. And of course, the way you do that is stop this crazy spending that's going on. Some of it is around. A lot of it is around buried in this infrastructure deal is the inflation. The Inflation Reduction Act is actually the Inflation Creation Act, because if you spend a bunch of money on a bunch of energy policies that actually don't make the air cleaner or the water cleaner, it doesn't help the environment. Subsidizing 500,000 EV charging stations, subsidizing the purchase of cars, which doesn't work. Example A, when we subsidize healthcare, cost of healthcare goes up. When we subsidize college education with sort of unlimited student loans, 1.6 trillion, the price of education go up. It doesn't say college education got more productive or better, it just got more expensive. And it didn't solve the problem. Putting 1.6 trillion into loans didn't solve the fact that we have 10 million jobs open in this country, because we weren't matching, we were influencing supply versus demand in the wrong direction in terms of workforce. So it is subsidizing EV cars is not going to make cars cheaper, it's going to make them more expensive over time. We say in North Dakota, if you want to be against enhanced oil recovery and carbon sequestration, then great. Then you can line up and you can be against the oil and gas industry, you can line up against the baseload power industry, and you can be against all of agriculture, because CO2 sequestration benefits all those industries. Those are the biggest industries in our state. Agricultural and biofuels are among the biggest industries in Iowa. And we know that we've got the character, the integrity, the experience. 30 years in the private sector. I grew up in a small town. Every job I had growing up, I took a shower at the end of the day, farming, ranching, working at the grain elevator, worked as a chimney sweep to pay my way through college. My dad, World War II vet, he passed away. My mom, single mom, 3 kids working. I get what it's like to be in a working family in America. I get that. And I think having somebody in the White House who's made payroll every 2 weeks for the last 30 years, but also understands how government works, has had a front row seat on federal overreach, being the governor of an energy and food state, just like Iowa. So Iowa, I hear you, I see you, I understand what the Midwest is going through, and it's been a long time since we've had a president that actually understood how the center of this nation worked versus the edges. And so that's why we're running, and we appreciate everybody's support.